everyone, welcome back. Today we will be making a classic dish. We will be making lemon chicken. Let's begin. Let's take a look at the ingredients. To begin our lemon chicken, the first thing we're going to do is create a marinade. Let's start by beating 1 egg. So now I'm going to start beating the egg. So when you beat the egg, don't worry if you've beaten it enough or it's not enough, because this is only for the marinade. You're not doing some baking. Now that we're done beating the egg, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce into the egg. So there's the soy sauce added to the beaten egg. Next we will add 2 tablespoons of cooking wine. I've just added the cooking wine. Now that we have the egg, the soy sauce, and the cooking wine, we are just going to mix all of them together. So here we have the egg, the soy sauce, and the cooking wine, and I'm just mixing and mixing. This is our marinade. Now that we have our marinade ready, I'm going to pour it into our chicken. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it with the chicken a little, then I will keep it in the refrigerator. So as you can see, I've just finished pouring the marinade on the chicken and I'm just mixing it. And when I'm done mixing, I'm now going to put this in the refrigerator. We will keep it there for about 10 to 15 minutes until we are ready. Before we begin dredging, what we're going to do is we will prepare our pot already so that we will not waste time. What I'm going to do is I have here my cooking oil and I'm going to fill this pot a little less than half. So this pot now has cooking oil a little less than half. Now that we have the cooking oil inside the pot, I'm going to set this at medium heat. What I'm going to do here, I have here my cornstarch, about 2 cups. I have it in a food container. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few pieces of the marinated chicken inside. I'm gonna close the container and I'm gonna shake it to make sure all the pieces are evenly coated.
So that's the chicken that's been dredged in our cornstarch.
Now that I have the first batch of chicken dredged in cornstarch, I'm now going to check if our pot is hot enough. So what I have here, I have a barbecue stick and I'm going to dip it into the oil and see if there are bubbles.
So as you can see, there are bubbles when I dip the barbecue stick. This means the oil is hot enough.
Okay. Now that the oil is hot enough, I'm going to put our dredged chicken one piece at a time into the pot. Make sure when you drop the chicken, don't drop it from a high point. Lower it very, very close to the oil so that it doesn't splatter. Remember, this is very hot oil.
So look how I shake off the cornstarch and just lower it gently into the pot. Now I'm not dropping it from a high point. Again, just shake off the excess cornstarch and drop slowly into the pot. Look, at this point, you can barely hear the bubbles. You can see them, but you can't hear a sizzling sound. If the bubbles are like this, it means the chicken is still raw. Look at how it is when it's just dropped into the pot. So this is how it looks like when the chicken is almost cooked. The sound of the bubbles is more distinct. You can hear it crackling very clearly. So the chicken has a slight golden brown color around the edges and it's a shade lighter than what I want it to be, so I'm now going to pull it out. So this is how the chicken looks like now that I placed it in a wire mesh so that the oil can drip off.
So now that we've finished deep frying all the chicken, we're now going to move on to making our lemon sauce. I'm gonna begin first by cutting a lemon and squeezing it. So I've just finished cutting the lemon in half, and now I'm gonna use a strainer as I squeeze the lemon over the pot. What you can do is you can actually put the strainer on the pan and use two hands to squeeze the lemon.
So I've just finished squeezing the lemon into a pan using a strainer.
After squeezing the lemon into a pan, I'm now going to add 1/4 cup of water. So now I'm going to turn on the induction cooker and keep it at a low heat. I'm now going to add 3 tablespoons of sugar. 1, 2,
So this is the pan with the lemon juice, the 1/4 cup of water, and the 3 tablespoons of sugar.
Once you've added the sugar, you're just going to keep on mixing until the sugar is dissolved.
I'm mixing, waiting for the sugar to be dissolved.
Now that the sugar has been dissolved, I'm going to do a taste test. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more of sugar. So this is my 4th tablespoon of sugar, and I'm mixing it. I'm gonna do my second taste test. That's just about right. Next, we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
This is what we mean by simmering. Look how tiny the bubbles are. It's not bubbling violently.
While the pan is simmering, I'm now going to prepare a slurry. I'm going to get a container and I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. And then I'm going to add 1/2 cup of water. And I'm going to mix it. This is what we call our slurry. So now I'm done with my slurry. I'm going to fill the pan and it's now hot. And I'm going to add the slurry 1 bit at a time. We keep on adding the slurry until we get the consistency that we want. How thick do you want it to be?
So this is the sauce with some of the slurry.
Every time we add, it becomes thicker.
So now I've added more of the slurry to make it thicker. At this point, I've added all of the slurry because I really want it to be much thicker than what I have. If the sauce is not thick enough, you have to reduce the sauce. You can do that by making the temperature higher. I also placed a bit of food color to get that commercial yellow lemon color.
Now going to put the chicken. Make sure and I just mix it around. Make sure that they're evenly coated.